I'll go to the badminton club of Granny's house and tell her I did.
This dad put a recording device in his daughter's hair.
I'm live. Hi everyone. Y'all do not like. Y'all be careful when you buy wigs off of Amazon, child. Cause sometimes these wigs is just not where it's at, child. Y'all, this ain't it. I ain't wearing this no more. Hi everyone. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. If you want to share me out, guys. I'm here. Just allow me. Hey Reese, how are you? How are you, Reese? Yeah, I do not like this wig, and I don't think I ever will wear it again. Y'all excuse Jamel, let me cover him up. I don't know, it just feels so, it's like it's too falling off the back of my head. I might need to secure it more. But look, let me cover him up. He coming back out the bathroom now. Ain't got nobody's shirt on. He will not leave my room. He don't fell in love with my room, y'all. Hey Trisha, how are you? Um, Reese, do you mind sending inboxing me? Um, I know. Do you mind sending me that Instagram post via Facebook, please? Because I don't know what child. Because I just tried to try it on today and to see if it can give me a life. I ain't. This is the second time I wore it, and it looked old as hell to me. I don't know. It's frazzled. It's like it ain't like the other one I got off Amazon. I thought I can do wet and ill, wet and wavy child. No, the one with Buffy. Hey, Cocoa Butter Barbie TV. Hey, Delilah. How are you today? Thank you for coming in, Love Bug. Um, yeah, thank you for coming in. Just allow me a moment. Okay. I need some mousse. I'll try the mousse. I'll get some. Oh, thank you. Maybe it's just me, child, just me. But this is just $20, so you get what you get you get what you pay for. So I got this off Amazon for 20. It's alright. It's alright. I like my other one better, and I'm gonna get me a straight one. I gave my mom my other one that I initially had, and she done gave it away and can't find it. So I investing in wigs. Child, this is what I have realized. I'm going to keep myself up this year, no matter how I feel, how low I feel, how high I feel. I'm going. I'm gonna keep myself up, baby. I'm gonna keep self up, child. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep self up. I'm gonna work on me, and I ain't gonna let nobody steer me for what my goal is, child. Oh, that's what we need hair. Okay, girl. Okay, maybe it's just I'm not used to wearing a lot of hair. Um, but okay, thank you. Um, one time I wanted when I like I'm still natural. I wanted my beautician to dye my hair and cut it like in a boy hairstyle. But child, she wouldn't cut my damn hair. Yeah. Um, oh, child, MJ and J is my old family channel is working. Trisha, I remember you. I told you I used to be that type of person. Child, I did. I want to go back to that, but let me tell. Oh, I got to tell y'all the reason why. Okay, okay, thank you. I got to tell y'all. Since this is an open discussion, we is gonna talk about the housing market, but I definitely want to talk to you guys. Uh, about my experience with lashes. I have to. I have to use like I used to go get my lashes done, baby. I did. I used to go get my lashes done, but my eyes used to be itchy all the time, and I was like, "What my eyes?" Y'all, I was a I forget that I am that the woman was using that latex glue on my eyes for my eyelashes because I was getting the individual baby. That was, but my eyes it was hurting my eye. It was like one like they were itching so bad they were making my eyes red. So they were making my eyes red. So I used to like they usually didn't last no more than a week, and I didn't see myself wasting money to buy lashes. So I have to use non-latex glue because like I can't even wear sew-ins like and they use glue because I mean like I remember one time I can't really use synthetic hair. It can't be directly on my scalp. Cause child or like have glue on my head because my head be on fire. Do you hear me? I took a whole 27 piece out my head in 2 weeks because my head was on fire. No. My head was on fire. I was like, no. So I get sew-ins and my beautician, she just told me to get sew-ins or something like that, but never. She told me don't never use that latex glue on my scalp, eyes, and nothing because I'm allergic to it. No, at the nail shop, it was the I never tried the mink lashes. These was the individual one, and it was this Asian lady that was doing the child. One time she had put so much glue on the she on top of individually doing it. She got on my eye and just put an extra more glue on the lashes. I was like, girl, no. Hey Bree, how are you doing? How are you, Bree? Um, but yeah, if I do lashes, I'll do my own. But I'm still learning how to do that. I don't. I said it's time. I need to take more time to trying to do it and buy some and practice to put some on my eyes, and maybe I get better because I can really beat my own face. I can beat my face myself like real well. So um, I do. I want to wear them. It's just I just got to make sure I have the right proper glue. Wow, I'm gonna have to go find it. But I can't use that glue though. I can't use no latex glue because I be itching. I'm itching now. I swear I be itching. I don't never want to wear. Whew, I don't like y'all. I don't wish that on nobody. When you have an allergic, when you are skin is sensitive, like me having sensitive skin or sensitive to stuff on my face, and here you be careful what you put on. Um, you be careful what you put on. Um, so um, somebody gave. I got two reviews. Let's see, probably one negative. Who is the King Kareem child? I don't know nothing about. I'm gonna delete you. Um, okay, I'll see if I can look into that. I'm gonna know if I don't get them. I'm gonna get them for my birthday for sure. Uh, I'll get them for my birthday for sure. And get them done. Because the folks in the nail shop, child, them people in the nail shop, shoot, sometimes they don't even do good nails no more. Because usually, nails will last you about sometimes 3 weeks. Sometimes now, child, in the nail shop, child, people saying that their nails ain't lasting a week now because they putting less acrylic on it now. So, child, I ain't paying all. I paid 60, 70, 80, $90 just to go back. You ain't. I'm not gonna spend all that damn money. That's okay. Um, let me see something, y'all. Let me go find this. What I'm trying to talk about tonight. So, I hope everybody had a good having a good week on this far. I know that I supposed to went live Monday, but y'all, I had to finish out my last 2 days of school. Oh, so I have um finished that up, and I had about a week off. So I definitely. Oh, I got somebody inbox me. Hey, dear, hold on, Janice. Brandy Seacott. Hold on, y'all. This is not it. Risa, you sent it to my personal or um y'all, I don't see Risa, I don't see it. I don't see it. Who is baby Jane Doe? Send it to me. I know that y'all that I want to give you guys an update on the Cal City boys. Truzelle and Jacqueline West, they are going to do a hearing on if their attorneys are able to have all the information together for them to go on trial. Right now, they haven't been on trial. They need to be on trial, and they're going to make a the judge is going to see if they are prepared to go to trial. Their attorneys. Hopefully they are. They need to get justice for those little boys. A person. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna try to get this together. I'm sorry. And as well, y'all remember I was doing I did a live on Michelle Blair. Well, I got a personal inbox on yesterday that Michelle Blair daughter will be on Amazon Prime. There's going to be some kind of documentary, and her daughter will be speaking out on Amazon Prime Sunday. The series, the look is going to be on Amazon Prime um Sunday. So if you guys want to look at it and listen to it, y'all remember me uh talking about Michelle Blair, how she killed her two kids and put them in the deep freezer. Wow. What? This is ridiculous. Hold on, y'all. Reese, you did send it again, Reese, because I ain't got it. Uh, but Michelle Blair, she was the woman that she killed two of her kids and she put them in a deep freezer. The kids was living in a deplorable living situation. And she accused the kids of touching one of her younger children. And they said that these kids was living in a very like in a horror house. Not horror, but horror house. And let me see. Let me bring my phone.
That.
Huh?
That.
Bring it here. Let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, broken for sale.
More pasta.
It ain't no more pasta. Let me see if I can find it.
So I ate all my pasta. I'm taking this with me. Mommy. Mommy.
What?
Mommy. Look. Mommy.
Okay, take it with you.
You turn on the lights.
It ain't even popping up, huh?
Mom, can you turn on the lights? Mom, can you turn on the lights?
Hold on just a minute, y'all. This little girl. Oh, was she speaking out about her? I didn't know that. Let me see. While I'm waiting on that, let me see. Let me see Michelle Blair's daughter. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's listen to this. Hello. Yes, I did. Yes, yes. Her daughter is speaking out about her. Let me see. Let me share it with you guys just to refresh. And hey, Angie, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Freezer, mom. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God, the movie is called My Perfect Romance. I just found it. The movie is called My Perfect Romance, and it's gonna be on Netflix. I mean, not on Netflix, but it's gonna be on Amazon. So y'all look it up. My Perfect Romance. So let me make sure that this is what it is. It says here, Michelle Blair, aka Freezer Mom, psychotic murdered her children, put their bodies in the freezer, had two other kids help. Her got a movie called My Perfect Romance about her. Let me see here. My Perfect Romance. Um, Let me Google it. And then I'm gonna move on. Since on this too long. It is, y'all. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Michelle Blair documentary. It's called My Perfect Romance, and it's been out since 2018. Nah, this ain't. That's a love movie. Hell no. This Hold on. Blood, fire, water. Hold on. This on Anchor. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, y'all. Anyway, once I find it on Amazon, let me look here. Let me be on Amazon, then I'm gonna move on. I don't know. I don't know. Well, somebody said that they was watching it and they couldn't. But so I'm just gonna move on. Once ever I find it, y'all, I'll give y'all more information about it. But let's listen to this and talk about it and give me what you guys think. And this is happening in Atlanta.
He is an attorney and owns a successful practice. And he said that he's having to hire a whole bunch of new lawyers because his firm is filing thousands, not hundreds, thousands of eviction notices and foreclosure notices per week in the state of Georgia and 3 other states. Did y'all hear me? Thousands. Like, real talk, it's really looking scary like 2008, 2009. And what I want to know is, where are these people going to go stay? Like, for real, for real. Why is this not what's being discussed on the news every night? Like, we have a really bad housing crisis in this country. And, I've talked and said all this stuff about BlackRock and all these people buying up these houses to rent. Maybe there's going to be some big, huge government contract for Section 8 expansion. How you doing? So I was talking to one of my friends.
Okay.
He is an attorney.
All right. So what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of our housing market at this time? My first thing is, why would they cut off Section 8 when it is so much needed for single mothers, for elderly people? Why would they want to cut Section 8? Second of all, we do have a crisis. Like, people aren't buying homes like that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If I don't buy another house, that's fine with me. I was sticking this one and pay the house payment and add on. But interest rates are severely high, and people are not able to afford rent anymore. Like, people are not able to, like, here the average rent here in my town, I say the least you're gonna pay is about 900. The most you may pay is about 1,500. For someone that makes maybe $15 an hour, that takes 2, 3 paychecks to pay a house payment. And if you don't have a extra help, or you getting a second job or to make end meet, it's gonna be more than just thousands of people that's gonna be evicted. It's gonna be more than thousands of people that's not gonna have a home. It's gonna be thousands of people without living on the street. It's people now that are turning their vehicles into like homes. They're living in their homes now and living in their vehicles. Now, I was trying to work out yesterday, and someone's car was packed full of blankets and clothes and stuff like that. People rather live in their cars. Listen, people rather live in their cars, pimp out their vans, turn their vans into, people are living in RVs, vans, turning their vans into a home, and live and work in their van, live in their van. They rather do that than to buy a home. Or they buy them little small houses that you see, little shed houses, and live in there. Yes, it is. Rent is sky high everywhere. Um, but what is the government going to do to help the housing market? Nobody is talking about that. All they're talking about everything else, and all of that. But what are they doing to help with the crisis that we have right now with the rent being as high as it is. Um, I know a lot of people here. We don't have like we have Section 8, but we have TVA too. That's the Tennessee Valley Authority. That's when it's like a voucher program where single mothers and people like elderly able to they help pay their rent. Well, say for instance, if the government stopped funding these, um, the local government just stopped funding those 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 low income housing and things like that. It's going to be some messed up stuff. And hey, if I didn't have children, I probably do the same. I'll be living out of the van. You know what I'm saying? People are like, I have watched people literally do a day in the life of living in a van, and there's no difference because you can get water in there, you can pee and boo boo in there. Only thing is, you're living in a van. And if they want to go take a shower, hey, you know what they do? Planet Fitness. Fitness. Oh, they get a Planet Fitness membership. They go work out at Planet Fitness, go take a bath. Hey, and then they go about their day. A lot of people, I have watched several videos of content creators that are living in their van or RV. They have a big white, those big white deluxe vans. People are living in there. They have beds in there. They make closets in there. They have everything in there that we basically have, but it's just in a smaller space. And they're still able to eat and cook dinner too. Sometimes they eat out more because they don't have rent to worry about. Um, and some people just live in an RV. Um, but you know what I'm saying? It's just the cost of gas. Some people just go to Walmart or whatever, and um, they go to Walmart or whatever to sleep. So, because they said you always want to sleep in a more safer environment. Um, but it's sad. It's sad that where our economy has came to. Um, it is like eggs instead of going up. Our gas is now Jazzy J said everywhere rents everywhere is ridiculous. It is Jazzy J. And we just have to pray for better days, you know what I'm saying? As a single mom of two children, thank God I work from home. Thank God my house payment ain't that high that I can afford it. It ain't no six, seven, $800. Like I bought my home back in 2012 when the housing market wasn't so bad. You get what I'm saying? And let me say this, y'all. If y'all have family members that pass on and they leave you a home or something like that, consider that a blessing. Consider that a blessing that someone that your family member created that stability for you. Yeah, I do too. Get up, Jalen. Stop. Um, that's what I'm saying. And then sometimes it's living above your means. They can't afford it. And welcome, Jazzy. Jay, this is your first time here. Make sure that we welcome you here. Make sure you hit the like button. And please subscribe.
Can I tell them happy Valentine's Day?
It ain't that.
Well,
Right. So if you've been blessed with someone that's in your home that you inherit a home or something like that, man, fix it up, live in it. It may not be the best home. It may be an old model home, but fix it up. You can make it worth living. But buying another home ain't the time. And I don't see how people like some people will settle because they have a mate. Some people will settle for $800-900 a month towards a house. Yeah, it'll eventually be yours.
Give it to me.
Where? Hold on, y'all. I'm taking my camera.
You do not like it.
What is internet?
You say, try them, try them.
You need to go sit down.
You will make try them.
Why you got this sword? Never mind. Anyway,
It's me.
but as I was stating,
I
excuse me, y'all. Anyway, the kids they just act like Jesus. So anyway, as I was stating before we had that interruption, the if you inherit a home that's like a fixer upper, fix it up. I'd rather take out a personal loan where I can pay it off in a few years, where and fix up a home and fix it up to where it's livable, and then instead of buying a home that you could have a high interest rate and you paying it off in 30, 40 years. You get what I'm saying? So just know that um wow. So it's a shiesty business out here, baby. It's a cold world. It's a cold world we live in. Um it's a cold world. Um, but I definitely can say that no matter what, man, we if we want to live and be comfortable, live where now don't live above your means. Make sure you are paying your rent and your house payments, um, and make sure that ain't make sure you keep a job that's able to don't live above your means. Like a lot of people paying $2,000-3,000 for rent. I'm sorry, I ain't paying that much for rent. Let me just go ahead and keep it 100. I'm not paying that much for rent. Not $2,000-3,000. That's a lot of money that I can't foresee. Nah. Um, ain't no way I'm paying $2,000-3,000 for rent. And that's why I said then some of these people are content creators. And so that's why she didn't take no second. How you doing, Chef? Your wife did not take out no second house insurance payment off of you. But unless you doing something you ain't got no business, she may have to do something to you. That could be possible. Yes, because you never know. When you're dealing with shiesty landlords and slumlords that don't want to fix nothing, but they sure want their rent, child. You know. Um, y'all. Anyway, um, as I was stating, Teresa Trisha. So, so now is not the time. If you're thinking about buying a home, I will wait. Um, I wouldn't rush too soon. I wouldn't act too soon on buying a home. I will wait because it's giving a no right now. Let me say this. Uh, it's giving a no right now. And yeah, he said if he gonna give you a cup, Reese. He said he gonna give you uh, a cup full of beer. But yes, okay. Let me look here. Let me look. Not me a moment. Uh, you sent it to my inbox. Let me see. you better, you better read it because child, how things looking. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Cause like me, I need to fix my flooring in my bathroom, and so okay, let me see here. I just clicked on the brief. So it says here the mother of Amore Wiggins speaks out of the first time since Opelika, Opelika police identified her daughter as baby Jane Doe and announced that the child's father and stepmother were under arrest. It says here Sherry was 20 when she gave birth to a baby girl in Virginia. It says here she was a blessing. She was smart. She was special. That's why I named her Amor, which is Spanish, which means love. Says Wiggins met a mother Amore's father, Lamar Vickerstaff, when he was 19. Dang, killed his own child. Lamar was 35 and in the Navy. They lived in the same apartment complex. Later, they moved in together after Sherry discovered she was pregnant. However, Sherry was Vicker's family was disappointed with him having a child out of wedlock. The pair had no intention of getting married. And it says here he was upset when he started shoving me. It was then I knew I needed to figure something out, said Wiggins. Wiggins moved out and says Vickerstaff was an absent father, so she went to court to try and get child support. Then Sherry admits to making mistakes. She was facing misdemeanor charges and felt Amore would be better off with her dad and his wife Ruth. Oh Lord. It says she said it did make sense for her to be somewhere more stable, said Williams. Sherry was still visiting with her daughter because she said Lamar moved with the Navy to Hawaii. And he said, I reached out and he said, why the hell are you calling me on the phone? I am not making no special arrangements for you to see your child. He said, you don't care about her and she is okay. Hold on. I think I talked about this case before. Or it was something similar to this. Because she went to, because did she go to Hawaii or something to go find her child and the baby? Let me continue to read. This might be the wrong story. Hold on. hold on, y'all. It says here that why the hell are you calling me on the phone? I'm not making no special arrangements for you to see your child. He said you don't care about her. She's okay here with us, said we. Um, Says Sherry said she went to the court several times trying to force Lamar to resume visitations and regain custody of her daughter. But by 2013, she says the court informed her her appeals were exhausted. Sherry says the only thing she could do to contact with her daughter was to continue paying the child support she has been responsible for since 2009. And she said, I felt like they made me feel so bad about myself, trying and kept trying. The doors kept being closed. I felt like the best I could do was live out my financial obligation, which I never stopped. I felt like one day I could tell her I never gave up on you, and all I could do was take care of you financially, and this is what I did. If I couldn't do anything else, I could take care of my daughter by supporting my child financially, said Williams. Sherry never imagined her daughter was being harmed. She did feel Ruth and Lamar Bickerstaff had brainwashed Lamar against her, but she had hoped to reconnect with Lamar when she turned 18. However, in December of 2022, the dream reconciliation shattered when the Opelika Police Department visited Wiggins in Maryland, and DNA tests that indicated Lamar Bickerstaff was the father of the little girl Opelika police called Baby Jane Doe, a child whose remains were located January the 28th, 2020. Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! So she been paying this. I'm gonna go back to the read. So she'd have been paying these people for over 18 years for a baby that they killed. And she been paying child support for. Man, I would want all my money back from whoever. And then he in the Navy for 18 years. And she been paying child support. Oh my God. It says here this baby was murdered and dumped behind a mobile home off of Hurst Street. So they killed the baby and just ran off. It says here when they showed me the clay pictures of her, I felt that in my soul. I felt that in my soul. It was 7:36 in the morning. The DNA test had come back. He called and said, I don't want to tell you this on the phone, but it is her. It is Amore. I hate to tell you this way. It's been hard. It's been so hard. I think of all the times I tried to see her and get her, all the times I called, I was a phone call away. They could have just called me, said Wiggins. Wiggins says while some in the community have been supportive of her, a lot have passed judgment without knowing the full story. She said it does hurt, but the only thing that matters now is getting justice for Amore. Sherry says she's grateful to the Opelika Police Department for never giving up. Wow. So grown people sit there so he can live his life because he didn't want to disappoint his family. So he just felt like the baby was the problem with him going to the Navy. So he just decided to kill his own flesh and blood. Low down, dirty motherfucker. Oh, child, he got child support for 11 damn years. 11 years. She made one mistake, thought she was sending the baby to um thinking that you was gonna give the baby a better life. And for 11 years, you sat there knowing that this baby was gone, and you kept this woman money. Man, man, man. There is a special place in hell Let me just say it. It's a special place in hell for people like you to do people, someone, a mother like this. She made a mistake, yes. I would have had to face my misdemeanor charges if, especially if he wasn't. And she in jail too, hell. And she deserves where she at too. And let me just be real. Cause you didn't have to do that to that baby. You didn't want that baby. You could have told her to keep her child and find somebody else to do it. You know, if you really wasn't going to be an active father. Let me look at this press conference. I'm gonna pull it up. Just give me a second. That is so sad. Exactly, baby. I fight to tell. Look, I fight to be with mine. You know what I'm saying? I will fight to be with mine, child. That's why you know what I'm saying? Like me myself, that's why I guess you have to be careful who you be around, who you date, and who you be around. And be around children. Can't force nobody to accept your children. I ain't gonna force nobody to accept mine. If don't nobody else love them, I do. And that's what matters. They need mama love, not your father ass love. Wow.
believed baby Jane had been malnourished and determined that the manner of death was a homicide. Since that day, baby Jane, sorry, has been a part of our
Oh,
OPD
poor
family.
man.
Sergeant Alfred White and our detectives have spent an unmeasurable number of hours working on this case over the past.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, this one. This was man crying.
11 years. They have reviewed over 15,000 case files from the Alabama Department of Public Health and investigated thousands of tips, which have led us all over the United States. However, none of those tips, none of those files were able to lead us to her name. Fortunately, science and DNA has developed over the years and successfully helped us identify baby Jane's parents. In January of 2022, DNA was further extracted in attempts to retrieve DNA suitable for genealogy testing. Othram Labs successfully extracted DNA from the scalp and Astria Labs from the hair. A comprehensive genealogical profile was built from Othram's DNA extract, and the profile was uploaded to a DNA database. An experienced genealogist, Dr. Barbara Ray Venter, who works closely with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, was then assigned to the case. In October of 2022, Dr. Ray Venter identified baby Jane's biological father as 50-year-old Lamar Bickerstaff Jr. Bickerstaff was born and raised in Opelika before enlisting in the U.S. Navy. During his lengthy U.S. Navy career, he resided in Norfolk, Virginia, Honolulu, Hawaii, and Jacksonville, Florida. In December of 2022, Opelika detectives traveled to Mayport Naval Base in Jacksonville, Florida, where Lamar Vickerstaff is currently stationed, to notify him of his daughter's death. During the meeting, Vickerstaff did not provide investigators with any information on the identity of baby Jane. Detectives then met with Lamar's wife, Ruth Vickerstaff. Ruth, who's been married to Lamar since May of 2006, advised detectives she did not know Lamar's daughter or who may be the mother of baby Jane. Later that month, detectives met with 37-year-old Sherry Wiggins in Maryland, who confirmed she was the biological mother of baby Jane. Wiggins is a native of Norfolk, Virginia, and stated she gave birth to a baby girl named Amor Wiggins in January of 2006. Sherry Wiggins provided and Ruth Vickerstaff obtained legal and physical custody of Amor in 2009, at which time Sherry's visitation with Amor was suspended. Sherry also provided documents indicating that she has continuously paid child support to Lamar Vickerstaff since 2009. Detectives reached out to the school boards and pediatric clinics in several states where Lamar and Ruth Vickerstaff resided and determined that Amor was never enrolled in school, nor was she ever reported as a missing person. With this information, Opelika detectives met with the Lee County District Attorney's Office to determine charges related to the death of Amor Wiggins. On January 17th, 2023, Lamar and Ruth Vickerstaff were arrested in Jacksonville, Florida. Lamar was charged with felony murder. Ruth and Lamar were charged with failure to report a missing child. They are currently being held at the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, pending extradition back here to Opelika. This case remains under investigation. We still need the public's assistance in gathering any more information on Lamar or Ruth or their relationship with Amor and potentially their time spent here in Opelika. To that end, we've continued to work this investigation. It does remain open. In fact, just yesterday, we executed a search warrant at a trailer near where her remains were found in conjunction with the FBI's evidence response team, still trying to gather further information and evidence related to this case. If you have any information, please contact the Opelika Police Department Detective Division or our secret witness hotline. Those numbers will be made available to you. Tips can also be submitted through our Opelika Police mobile app. And if you want to, you can remain anonymous when you submit those tips. Our hearts go out to Sherry Wiggins, who was a tremendous help in solving the case and helping bring justice to her baby girl. I want to commend the genealogist, Dr. Barbara Ray Venner, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Othram Labs, Estria Labs, the FBI, and our detectives for all of their hard work, because without it, we may have never known her name. We also want to recognize other agencies who've assisted us with this case. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office in Jacksonville, Florida, NCIS, the Lee County District Attorney's Office, and the Baltimore County Police Department in Maryland. I also want to make a special mention of the late Lee County coroner, Bill Harris, who until his death in June of last year continuously worked towards identifying baby Jane. I have no doubt he is celebrating with Amor today. We'll now open the floor for questions.
Did the picture that was provided by the church, did that help kind of, the investigation a little?
We have still not positively determined that that picture is a Moore. Y'all, the last thing that I want to say is this man that's standing to my right, he's like a dog on a biscuit. He has dedicated many years of his life in the pursuit of this investigation. Countless number of hours and days he'd be up here. Supposed to go home at 5 o'clock. He's up here 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night by himself working on this case. Coming in on the weekends by himself. The rest of these gentlemen over here, these detectives, the detectives that have been in and out of our investigative services division over the last 11 years. All the police officers that spent time following up leads, responding to scenes, standing by at search warrants. The level of dedication to this case, I have never seen in my entire career. To see a group of men and women come together searching for a name. Many of us said that we did not want to leave our time at this police department until we had her name, and now we do. Amore Wiggins. Sergeant White. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you.
When do you expect to hopefully have the Bickerstaffs extradited back to Opelika?
We found out just a few minutes prior to the start of the press conference that they did waive their extradition in Florida. So we have 10 days to go get them. Assistant Chief Brown has already been in contact with Aaliyah, their aviation unit, and we're planning on using them to go down and get them as soon as possible.
Do you think they'll be back today or tomorrow?
That I don't know. It may be the first part of next week. It's a logistical nightmare, so to speak, to get organized, but we will have them here as soon as we possibly can.
Talk about the search warrant yesterday along First Street. Did you recover anything, and do you anticipate making more arrests in the case?
Not going to go into details about what may or may not have been recovered yesterday. Again, this is still an ongoing investigation, so we got to stay away from some of those details. And honestly, we just have not had time to completely process everything that we did recover yesterday. So we're still going through that, figuring that out. As far as there potentially being any other arrest, that's a possibility. We're not sure at this time.
Talk about the DNA. I've never heard of that type of DNA. Is it new, or what do you know about it?
John, you want to take that?
Yeah. Oh. Part of the delay that we've had over the years is part of the DNA, extracting her DNA and getting a good quality sample so you can do genealogy. Luckily, earlier in 2022, they were able to do that. And that is a new process in processing DNA versus what it used to be in the past. DNA came around in the late 80s and became more prevalent in the 90s. But now in the 2020s, we were really making leaps and bounds and advancements. The scientists are, especially in these private labs like Othram and Astria. So we're very thankful for them, very thankful for the research and development that they do so we can solve cases like this. And with Firebird Forensics Group, with Dr. Barbara, she takes that information and she uses that to come up with possible family members. And then it's our job to investigate and look into those. So Does that answer your question? I don't want to get into the science of it because I don't have a doctorate degree to talk about that. But they do amazing work.
Is this one of the first cases to use this type of DNA tracing in the state of Alabama?
It may be very well in the state of Alabama. It has been used in other cases across the country. One of the most famous one is the Golden State Killer in California. They use the same type of, little bit of the same type of DNA research to solve that case. Boy in the Box is another case that just recent that they solved. I think that was a 40-year-old case that they used this type of DNA with genealogists to work on. So, but yes, I think this may be the first one in Alabama.
When they first said her name out loud to you, what went through your mind, sir?
But on a personal note, Amore would be my kid's age if she was still alive. You know, she's been part of our family here at the PD. Pray for her, think about her all the time. And dedicated people like Sergeant White, who's been on the case. We're very thankful for him and the rest of my detectives. But yeah, very personal to us. She was part of our family, but now her mother has justice, and she knows what happened to her daughter. So, but yeah, it's a good day, but the work's not done. We still need leads. We still need people in the community to come forward. They know that they've seen Amore Wiggins, either in Baltimore, either in Norfolk, Virginia, Jacksonville, Florida. They know the vicar staffs. They know their kids. We need to talk to the people that know them so we can put some dots together so we can get a good case so these people can definitely have justice. Because at the end of the day, Amore suffered a tremendous, horrible death. 15 broken bones. Some of those bones already been healed and was in the process of healing. So, and then on top of that, other injuries, on top of those injuries. So she had a tragic end of her life. And we need the public's help to come forward and help us make sure we get justice for this child.
And we do need y'all's help as the media to get the word out, especially into Norfolk, Virginia, Jacksonville, Florida. Some of these areas where they lived, you know, any little small piece of information that somebody has, they knew them and they remember that family relationship. We need those folks to give us a call. So we do ask, however you guys do your magic in getting the word out to other places, that y'all do that for us. We would be appreciative.
What was she doing in Opelika? Was she staying with people, or was she only here during the summer? What was her, I guess, relationship like?
We're unsure at this time. We believe she was here. She was found here. And that's the reason why we need the public's help for the timeline purposes.
You said Bickerstaff was at some point in time in the East Alabama area, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
Did he go to Opelika High School by any chance?
yes.
He did. Does he have any connection with the Hurst Street area? Is there any connection you've been able to find between Mr. Bickerstaff and that area?
Friends and family live over there.
Friends and family live over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a birth date?
Of Amore? Why, you want to give her the birth date? It's January?
January 1st, 2006.
January 1st, 2006. Now that this has happened, we've talked about how to lay her to rest. I know there has been a place that your investigators and quite frankly, the Opelika community would like to go and pay their respects to Amore. What's going to happen with that? Will her mother, will there be a place here where we can go visit her grave?
Yeah. At this point, we're not sure exactly how all that will work. Obviously, Sherry being Amore's mom, you know, some of those arrangements are going to be up to her. I would like to think that at some point in the near future that the Opelika community, maybe we can pull together some sort of a memorial service to be able to do that. As far as a more permanent marker of some sort. I think it's too early to tell.
How did the mother get separated from her daughter and Bickerstaff get custody? How did that all happen? What time frame?
Alfred? Shoot.
Sure. She lost custody through a Virginia court. She lost custody through a Virginia court of Moore back in 2009. And Lamar and his current wife, Ruth Bickerstaff, were awarded that custody through a Virginia court.
And she paid child support, you said, correct?
To this day.
Or do you know why custody was given to the father? Or is that
No, don't know why.
We do know that Sherry, throughout the intervening years, has attempted to go back to court to modify that arrangement so that she could see her daughter. She's been looking for her ever since.
And she has no ties to the Opelika community herself.
No,
So I have no
she knows
idea.
nothing about Opelika, Alabama.
Or Big Jane Doe. Bickerstaff's history with the Navy, is he still in the Navy or what's that all about?
He is still currently in the Navy. I know that he was, when we identified him, he was in the process of trying to retire from the Navy. I don't know what the current status of that retirement is.
How does it feel to say her name out loud in public?
I was worried about being able to get through this today, and I did struggle a few times because it felt really, really good to say her name out loud.
How long did the mother know that her daughter was missing?
She had no idea that she was missing. She thought that she was with her father. She didn't know she was missing until we contacted her in December.
And so you found the remains in 2012. Was it confirmed what her day of death was?
No, they gave us, the anthropologist, the medical examiner gave us a time frame.
Okay. And her age, was that confirmed?
At the time, they believed her to be about 4 to 7 years old at the time of her death. All right, we thank you all very much. And please, whatever you guys can do to help spread the word, we'd be most appreciative. Thank you.
All right, y'all. So what do everybody think of that? Since we have watched everything, um, since we have watched everything, um, I'm glad that they stayed on the case and they find the answers. I'm glad that they're going to extradite them and put them in jail for doing what they did, killing the baby. Like, didn't have no remorse for it. It's crazy. Yes, it's crazy. And then for 11 years, this woman been paying child support. No. Oh, we don't. There's some real evil people in this world. It is. Thank God I'm one of the good people. I might be crazy, but I ain't evil. I'd rather be a little bit on the crazy side than to be evil. And they're just, and they're just. I'd rather be a little bit on the crazy side. Um, Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Um, it's just, it's a no. It's oh no. It's just stuff. Just Jesus. Trisha, I know. It's just sad, bro. Like, it, it sounds. The father just turned 50. Did they say 50? The father just turned 50. Um, I think they say he just turned 50. Yes, they have. They have gone bonkers. For sure. It's just y'all. All we can say is, all I can say is, man, just. I have no words for people or parents that sit up here and have no remorse for doing something to, I'll be honest, an innocent child. This child is honestly innocent. And to do this to an innocent child and have no remorse is sad. I don't see how, what I'm saying, just because your family disappointed because you don't want no children right now, be a damn deadbeat, okay? Be a deadbeat. Instead of taking the child's life like the child was the problem, be a deadbeat like any other person out here that don't want to deal with want children or want to take care of a child. Just be a deadbeat. Let the child live and just be a deadbeat. I still can have children. I am on birth control. But as I was telling Reese, when I was talking to her earlier today, uh think if it ain't, I am not having any more children unless my husband, and I don't see myself first getting married no time soon, want some children. If my child, if my, I'll give my husband that because that's something that you'll do with your partner, and I'm gonna make sure that you make sure that you're having children by the right kind of person. Don't be sitting around here having children by that you already know is a deadbeat already and is a buster. So if he is a buster or a deadbeat, you don't need to be having no children with them. You need to f them and send them on their way. That's it. That's all. If they are a buster, But if you meet someone that is financially stable, that has a good head on their shoulder, and you know that they're and they still will run out children too. You don't know who is a good father and who is the good and bad mother, because it's people out here that can portray a fucking fraud. But just make sure you land with the right kind of people. Make sure that you are people are that you don't know what kind of people they are. If they're taking care of paying their bills, taking care of their responsibilities, not doing a lot of frivolous spending on unnecessary things, and just being a responsible person, keeping a consistent job, being at your job for a few years, and keeping a job, and has their own and have their own way of living. That's what you want. Make sure you have a child by somebody like that. Don't have children by busters and scrubs. Because, child, you're going to be in the same position I'm in. Taking care of them by yourself. Or, like this buster, run out on your child. Your mom get into something, so you feel like the baby is the problem. So, because you don't want to disappoint your family because you want to go to the Navy. So, what you do, you kill the baby. You and the stepmama. Because the stepmama knew too. Yes. And that's why I said, as a product of my mom got pregnant with me when my dad and his, I guess, wife, my stepmom, was on a break, I guess. And she did some things to me, like, I think a little bit of because of jealousy, because I am his only child. Like, my dad's only child. I'm his only seed. I'm his only legacy that's living around him and my two children, and that's what's keeping his legacy alive. Um, but it is people that get envious of children, grown folks, because your husband stepped out on you, and or your husband has outside children in the marriage. Now, to me, I'm gonna be this honest. No, I do not want a man with a baby mama, but I know I'm a baby mama. But I will be accepting. But my preference, that's my preference. Exactly. Exactly. I don't want no that's just honest. Let's just be real, y'all. Like, thank you, Bree, for giving me that. Um, because um so hmm, so y'all, let me get out of here. Um, I'm just tripping off this right here. But I need to get these kids in bed. But y'all, I enjoyed you guys on tonight. Um, um, make sure you hit the like button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Y'all, I can go live. I'm gonna try to be live every day this week because your girl ain't got no school and all that. So tomorrow I will try to bring you guys some more content on on tomorrow. Excuse me, y'all. I sound like a hyena or something. Thank you. Hopefully I ain't getting no cold. Cause child, that cold the last time this I just got over this cold. And the last cold had me out. I'm talking about the colds ain't cold like this. Child. The colds feeling like a little bit like flu COVID, baby. The colds ain't colding like they used to be, baby. You could maneuver with the cold and stuff, child. You get fever, breaking fever, laying in the bed like you sick as a dog. I don't want that. So I keep so y'all can keep that over there. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Make sure you go check out Delilah, the McCray Kings, King Chris World, and I think that's and Chef, and that's it, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.